Mozart is magic. You cannot really explain it.
For me, he's the Shakespeare in music.
One of the greatest people ever born, and in our civilization, in our culture.
Mozart's operas are the very first real dramatic operas, and without Figaro, Don Giovanni and Così fan tutte, Magic Flute, there would be no Verdi, no Strauss, no Richard Wagner, nothing would be without Mozart.
What is opera? Opera is telling a story through music. Fahr herum auf den Schlag. Was will er denn? Ach du lieber Gott.
Der Arme kann von Strafe tagen, denn seine Sprache ist dahin.
Aua! Lass los.
Ich kann nichts tun als dich beklagen, weil ich zu schwach zu helfen bin.
Everding.
Ich kann nichts tun als dich beklagen.
I am staging a score in relation to a situation, a character, an action or reaction, or a state of being, and but all this has to be expressed by music. So, if you want to say it pointedly, over-pointedly, opera music is not only music, it's music for a purpose. Shoot at him! Papa, na ja, bitte, ich höre ja zu.
Tod und Verzweiflung war sein Lohn. Tod und Verzweiflung war sein
And go! Hey, 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 hey. Richter her.
Hey, Richter her.
Any composer demands precision. Again, precision in relation to the score. Actually, a singer-actor, which is the definition of an opera singer, a singer-actor always has to be a little bit ahead of the score because he creates the expression which then we hear, be it in his singing or be it by the orchestra. I often ask singers, what is the orchestra? And they say, well, the orchestra is the orchestra down in the pit. I say, no, the orchestra is you.
Full bar is present.
My job or my duty is to give this prince in this fairy tale as much human energy as possible. I think this is the danger about it. And this is why you have to think, why is he coming in there? Where did he come from? What's he doing there? have to make it alive. Otherwise, he would just be a prince like in a fairy tale, like in a book. Yeah, the beautiful prince and the princess, and in the end they come together and they live. How do you say that in English? I don't know. They live happily ever after. Yeah.
Ist auch dieser Mann kein gewöhnlicher Mensch. Vielleicht einer ihrer dienstbaren Geister?
Zurück und träume nicht, denn ich habe Riesenkraft.
Riesenkraft?
Ja.
Also warst du wohl der Retter, der die giftige Schlange bekämpft.
Schlange?
Ja.
Ist die tot? Oder lebendig?
Ja. Aber um alles in der Welt, Freund, wie hast du dieses Ungeheuer erlegt? Du bist ohne Waffen.
Braucht keine. Bei mir ist ein starker Druck mit der Hand mehr als Waffen.
Du hast sie also erdrosselt?
Erdrosselt!
Papageno!
Aha, das geht mich an.
In the lots of operas of Mozart, you can see that it's always the people, the low range or low rank people in this sort of society. Societies that are created in these operas are the most human. So is the Papageno and Papagena. They're the most lively, real, down-to-earth persons and the most human.
For us, the first time that we perform together on the stage.
No, it's not.
Yeah, but together as a couple,
An official couple.
An official couple on the stage, which is very, very exciting, and it's easy. It's easy because we know each other very well, and to find the solutions in this, we don't have so many scenes together, but these scenes, we just feel the right rhythm and the right. It's easier
natural,
than with somebody you don't know. That's for sure. But it's also a lot of fun, which is the most important thing in our profession, is to have fun.
That's fine. It's perfect. Great.
All right, now they're going to take...
Nicht ganz. Ist 10 Jahre älter.
Was, der ist 10 Jahre älter als du? Na, das muss ja eine feurige Liebe sein, was? Wie heißt denn der Liebhaber?
Papageno.
Papa what?
He is a natural person who has a good intuition, and I think this difference between Tamino and Papageno is very important to show. For example, when Pamina sings her aria, when she says, "You don't love me anymore, I don't want to live anymore," and Tamino just stays silent and let her go. I think Papageno realized the situations much more, how serious it is, and doesn't understand Tamino very well in this situation. So that's inhuman for him.
Tamino.
go ahead. Pamina, sei gerettet. Bom, 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 bom.
Ihr Götter, was ist das?
Es verkündet die Ankunft unserer Königin.
Bang, 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 bang. Sie kommt, bam, in two.
Sie kommt. Sie kommt.
Zarathustra was given the sevenfold circle of the sun by her late husband. The sevenfold circle of the sun representing the power of that kingdom, that realm. And she's more than a little bit miffed about that because she thought the power would fall to her. Instead, as her husband was dying, he said, oh, by the way, these nice men will take care of you women because you women aren't capable of taking care of yourselves. And of course, the Queen of the Night is a very powerful woman like Elizabeth I, and she doesn't quite see it that way. So not only does she want to get her daughter back, she wants to have the daughter and Tamino help her get back this source of power, the sevenfold circle of the sun.
You see the Queen of the Night as Elizabeth I, and I see Zarathustra as Dalai Lama, for example. He's a great, wonderful guy, great wisdom. I'm very happy that at my age I got the chance to play Zarathustra, and I played so many times in Europe, in the big European houses too, and it gives me a lot for my develop of my personality too. I think we want to make in our temple to make the world better. Of course, my enemy is a queen of the night. She wants to, of course, destroy everything, and she's a very colorful character too.
I actually like the Queen of the Night. I like the character. I think she's very strong. I think she's very direct. She's almost like a man in the way she takes charge. I think I'm a unique Queen of the Night in that I'm taller than most singers who sing the role by a couple of inches. Usually the higher voices come in the smaller bodies, but I still have those high notes at 5'8". And as a result, I also have a darker voice, and I like that. I feel it's an advantage because I bring, I think, an added level of power to the character than you often find.
How do you convey individuality while performing as a dramatic unit?
Stand and body. And back with the weight on the meow meow. Step.
As the three ladies were all supposed to be really seductive and like a serpent, like a three-headed serpent. But musically, the third lady has some specific stuff that gives her, she comes in a little bit later, she has some solo lines. And so the director, Michael Hampa, has asked me to, do some specific, more flirtatious things. And so these two have a little more class, whereas I'm just shamelessly flirtatious.
Well, it also shows up in her musical line, because the third lady gets a lot of musical lines by herself that sometimes come behind. Barbara and I will initiate a musical line, and then Lisa's musical line comes later. So I think that's why her character gets to be like that, whereas Barbara and I are usually in thirds in a tight harmony. And so I just kind of
Except when I have a solo and then you guys sing together.
But I think that happens less, though, than when you and I are together. I think there are more.
So.
I think there are more times when you and I are together.
I'm more of a bossy bitch. No, I can't say bitch. Sorry, bossy mother hen. Bossy mother hen. To the two ladies, the other two ladies, and I'm just like always the leader and the. Okay, now you're going to do it this way, and. Yeah.
And I sort of look at myself as a first lady in training. I'm just waiting for her to fall into the pit where then I can take over the first lady's line.
We've been told that we kind of push the plot forward, and of course we open the show. We start out opening the show, so we set the mood and I'm also told that the three ladies, when they come in and they make a great, strong first entrance, it sets the tone for the rest of the opera. So it is very important, and we have been really working hard to sing well together, so I think we finally are getting there, darn it.
I think it's really deceptive, the trios of the first ladies, because they're very tight harmonies, and if they're not done completely together, if the three ladies don't really bond energetically and personally, it really shows up in the music and in the ensembles. And so we've had a lot of musical sessions together, we hang out a lot together, and we like each other, and so that helps the ensembles, I think, and they really bond much better. And yeah, I can notice it. I think there's a huge improvement over the first day, the first musical rehearsal to now, and I think that makes a huge difference. It's the kind of thing that people don't notice unless it's done really badly.
I'm noticing that the three of us do have really warm sounding voices, and perhaps, and I feel like, I think Uta Zalbik would be in there anyway, regardless of who the three ladies are, because she's wonderful, she's amazing. But she strikes me as a very full soprano, even though she's lyric, it's such a meaty, warm sound.
I love Mozart, and I think I have a Mozart voice, and for me it is very important to do that all the time, beside to sing other composers, because Mozart keeps the voice clean and keeps it healthy. And if you sing Mozart, you can sing. It's allowed to sing Strauss or many others. If you can't do Mozart, because Mozart music to sing is very difficult. It's not easy, but the music is good for your voice. You can sing Mozart if you have the technical things and all what you need. And I love Mozart, and I think he wrote for my voice.
The conductor at least has the responsibility for the score and for whatever is in the score. And on the other side, the conductor is and should be always the best friend and help for all the singers, because the singers need a helping hand during the show, and the helping hand in an opera is, after the work of the stage director has been done, the helping hand is the conductor. And I guess Ute knows that.
I know it very well, and for me it is more important to the work with the conductor, because I'm a singer. I'm not an actor. I'm an actor too, but at first I'm a singer. And I prefer a stage director who just tells the story, not modern stuff and all the things. And the conductor, I love people who can breathe together with a singer and who knows where are the difficult parts and give more space and more room and such things.
Thanks, that sounds good.
You have to ask yourself, what carries a work of art or the work of a given composer over the centuries? It's the depth of emotion, the emotional span, or to say it very simply, the heart. Where we normal people, healthy people, have 38 Celsius degrees here when we are healthy, he has 380. And this emotional span, this depth of feeling, actually is what carries his works and the works of other great composers and any great artist across centuries.
Anything else you wish to add?
Yeah, is all that laughing going to be on the tape?
Of course.
You wouldn't do that. No.